Hey, what's up? I am muchelleb, and this video is all about how I'm filling my notebooks to give you some ideas for how to fill your own. The feeling of cracking open a new notebook is similar to that feeling that you get when it ticks over to the new year. It feels like a literal fresh start in life. Blank pages can give you inspiration that you really cannot get anywhere else. If you're a Harry Potter fan, I've always felt like I could relate to Hermione Granger when she smelled the love potion and it smelled like freshly mown grass and new parchment. I feel like new notebooks with a touch of like aged books would definitely be what I smelled, along with salted caramel. I've recently given my notebooks a complete refresh as part of a reset for the new year. So they're all now beautiful, they're matchy, and they're fresh on my desk, and my heart is so happy. So I wanted to share with you all what I'm using my notebooks for to inspire you for how you might want to fill your own notebooks. I want to thank the beautiful Skillshare for sponsoring this video. Skillshare is an amazing online learning community for anyone looking to up the quality of their life through learning. So you guys might know that I used to do monthly goal reviews with my dad, who is a beautiful, supportive soul, to review how my goals were tracking, see what I'd done and what still needed to be done. My dad's a very supportive dude. Since he has now moved an hour or so away to a place where they have kangaroos in their backyard and bush dances are a normal part of everyday life, my sister, another beautiful, supportive human in my life, has started doing weekly sit-downs with me to chat about our goals, which of course involves a goal tracking notebook. So we sit down, we chat about how our goals went last week, what we need to tweak to make things work this week, and what we're going to be doing for our goals, and we write it all down in our notebooks. The next thing I use my notebooks for is having a daily closeout journal. So if you've been following me for a while, you know that every night I like to close out my days by writing down 3 or more things that I'm proud of myself for doing in the day. So that could be anything. It could be like smiling at a human being in an elevator. It could be bringing my lunch in rather than buying it for work. Then I write down 3 or more things that I'm grateful for during the day and 3 to-dos for the next day. It really closes out the day for me and it sets me up for success the next day as well. I use this teeny little notebook from Kmart to do that, but to be honest, I get a bit lazy with this, and if I don't have my notebook nearby, I'll just write it in my phone notes or I'll type it in my iPad. The next notebook is all about channel growth. So I'm really dedicated to growing my YouTube channel, reaching more people. So naturally, I have a notebook for that. I'm trying to dig a little deeper into storytelling. So in my notebook are some of the notes from the Skillshare storytelling course that I mentioned in my How to Reset Your Life video, linked in a card and down below. My notes are on a course called Storytelling for Leaders, which really should be called Storytelling for Anyone that creates any kind of content. This course is taught by a legit expert. His name is Keith Yamashita, and he's worked with brands like Apple, eBay, Nike to teach you how to tell a better story. Skillshare has courses with some pretty legit people like Gary Vaynerchuk, Adam J. Cutts, Simon Sinek, Murray Andrews, people that you know, which is always awesome. Skillshare has more than 17,000 classes in things like using Photoshop, how to do watercolor, hand lettering, how to take a better photo, how to create a better presentation, and more. If you get a premium subscription, you can access some really high quality classes and you pay less than $10 a month for courses that, let's be honest, can be worth a lot more than that. These are courses that help you to improve your skills, unlock new opportunities, and do the work that you love. The first 500 people to use the link in the description will get their first 2 months for free if you want to give it a go and see how you like it. My next notebook is my Art for Self-Care notebook. This notebook probably has the least clear purpose in the bunch. I use it to scribble out like thoughts, quotes, collages. I kind of added this little label to give it more direction because I was like, what is this notebook for? Some people may think that this is sacrilege, but I love taking old books and collaging from the pictures in those old books. I find it really therapeutic to do. So the plan is to fill this book with collages with no real purpose, just for fun, just for me. Next up, I have a book notes book. I love to read. Since I was little, my parents would find me like hiding in closets of a morning before school, reading my book, not ready at all. And that love has definitely leaked into my adult life, although I probably read more non-fiction than I do fiction these days. Since I discovered the Libby app that I talked about in my Things That Have Improved My Life video, I'll have that linked, I've been reading more than ever. I also like to read with intention, so to make sure that I'm getting something out of the books that I'm reading, that I'm taking like action steps from whatever I'm reading if possible. Hence a book on my book notes. So usually I'll have like my iPad in one hand and then my book notes book in the other, and I'm like writing as I read. I try to just summarize like key learnings, any like key sentences that really stand out to me or make me think. I chuck that all in my book notes book. You guys know that I love to mind map. I find it a really easy way to just get my thoughts out there. I create mind maps to spark new video ideas. If I've got like a new project, I'll mind map that out. I'll create a mind map for individual videos before I do them so that I can get all my thoughts on paper. I actually mind map in lined notebooks with black pen and just like scribble everywhere all the time. I don't get too precious about it, but if I'm getting really intentional, I'm setting aside some time to do a big mind map. Often I need more space than an A4 notebook, so I have a big old notebook just for mind mapping. And the last notebook is a journal prompt notebook. So this is actually a new notebook for me. I've talked a little bit about how I feel when it comes to free-flowing journaling before. It's one of those things that I find not that helpful for me personally. I just need direction when I journal. So I want to start journaling more about the tough questions, like what are the values that I live by, or what am I doing to make myself available to new opportunities? What do I like and dislike about my life? That's where I find that journaling can be really helpful. I think for me, I need that direction because otherwise I write aimlessly and it just ends up going in a direction that isn't helpful for anyone. If you liked this video, you might like my video on 6 lists to write to organize your life, especially if you want to create a notebook full of lists, which I have on my computer at the moment, but you could definitely have in a notebook. I'll have it linked on the screen and down below. Don't forget to check out the Skillshare link below if you're interested. The first 500 people will get their first 2 months for free. Subscribe to my channel for more videos on living life intentionally, and I will see you next week.